Hi everybody, welcome to Pigskin Picks 2025. I'm Trace Furman. I'm joined here by my co-hosts Connor Irwin, Ethan Dugart, and Lincoln Miller. And so basically what this is going to be a talk show where we're going to run you through some of the local high school football games, and we're going to make our predictions about how we feel about some of the upcoming games.
The first game we're going over is Muncie versus Cal Valley. They're both coming in at a record of 1-1. Muncie beat Wellsboro last week, and Cal Valley lost to Wires. Trace, what's your pick?
I don't think this Muncie team is very resilient. Wellsboro isn't a great team. They beat Wellsboro 23-20. I don't think they feel very good about that win, and I think Cal Valley is going to be able to bounce back after a loss from Wyalusing last week. So give me Cal Valley.
I'm probably going to have to go with Muncie here. Cal Valley does instilling good defense with air raid, and Muncie's more of a spread offense now. And I feel like Muncie will take advantage of that and be able to score a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, I agree with Ethan there. Muncie running a spread offense. They're also a very physical team. In that film we saw against Warrior Run, they showed out ready to play, and I think that's what's going to give them the edge against Cal Valley.
I have to agree with Lincoln and Ethan on that too. Muncie did lose a lot, but I think they still have enough that Cal Valley's always been a pretty so-so team. So I'm taking Muncie.
So game number 2 we have here, it's going to be Hughesville versus Loyalsock. Hughesville is coming off of a win last week, so they're 1-1. They smoked Towanda last week. And Loyalsock is coming off of 2 straight losses, one to Southern and one to Mifflinburg. So, Lincoln, what's your pick for this week?
Well, when we're talking about that Hughesville win against Towanda, we don't really know how good Towanda is right now, and we know that that game is probably a fluke. Hughesville, though, is playing very physical up front. Their line plays very physical. But Loyalsock coming off of 2 really bad losses, I think they're going to come out hungry. I think Loyalsock's going to come out on top here. What do you think?
Well, I feel like Loyalsock has lost a lot of people over the last 2 years, and they lost a lot of starters, and they're trying to grow back their strength they had a while ago. And going off of just like one of the players I know, Ivan Baker, he hasn't really played before, and he's being one of the bigger starters and bigger roles in the defense. And Loyalsock's just having a struggle time going against the bigger teams. In Hughesville, they have young kids, but they still have the strength, and I feel like Hughesville's going to come on top of this game.
Yeah, like Ethan said, Loyalsock 2 horrible losses, 47-13 and 41-0. Based off that and how Hughesville pretty much smoked Towanda, and a decent game against Montgomery, 14-6 loss. I'm gonna have to take Hughesville on this one. They're looking pretty decent.
Hughesville's got a gritty defense. They've only allowed 14 points in the last 2 games, and last week a shutout versus Towanda. Loyalsock defensively has not been very good. Like Connor said, 88 allowed points in the last 2 games. It's not exactly ideal. Their offense has been struggling very much. Their running back is out for the year with a torn ACL. They're not exactly sure what system is going to fit them this year. And for that reason, I'm taking Hughesville. I think they're going to dominate defensively and hopefully look for another shutout victory this week.
Game 3, we're going to be going Selinsgrove, Jersey Shore at Selinsgrove. Selinsgrove coming off with an 0-2 record, and Jersey Shore coming in hot 2-0. So, Ethan, what do we got?
Well, Jersey Shore has won 2 big teams now with Dallas and Delaware Valley. Delaware Valley was way closer with a 49-42 win. But they both have solid offenses, and Selinsgrove just getting smoked by Twin Valley 62-0. I feel like Jersey Shore's offense is going to dominate Selinsgrove, and I'm going with Jersey Shore for a big win here.
All right. So as we know, this is normally a pretty anticipated game every year, but Selinsgrove is 0-2, like Ethan said. Lost to Twin Valley 62-0. I'm not really sure who all they lost. I don't know if you guys really know because we don't play them. But Jersey Shore 2-0, big win against Dallas, who's a pretty big rival with them, and Delaware Valley, who's a little more out of the way. But I'm gonna have to take Jersey Shore.
Obviously Jersey Shore's got some dogs on that defense. Bo Sechrist, I know, is about to break the school record for assisted tackles. He's an absolute dog. I think he's going to carry. He's going to carry Jersey Shore this week. I think they're going to have a huge blowout win at Selinsgrove. Really a statement game for them to really put the whole area on notice that Jersey Shore's here to win another district championship.
I mean, yeah, exactly what Trey said. They're going to keep the ball rolling here. 2 big wins against 2 solid teams. Jersey Shore's just going to steamroll them.
This is our game of the week for this week. We have 2 very historically good programs. We have Montoursville Warriors versus the Danville Ironmen. Montoursville coming off 2 huge wins, a 58-0 win in Week 1 versus Wellsboro, and last week a 35-7 victory over the Milton Panthers. Danville 0-2 so far versus 2 very tough opponents, as they took a 30-10 loss versus Bloomsburg and got waxed last week by Mifflinburg 42-14. Connor, what do you have for this week?
So we got Montoursville. They had 2 very good wins, but they're both blowouts against 2 pretty average teams. But Danville, like Trey said, 2 very tough teams. They're really down on momentum right now, though. And Montoursville is looking up. They're only looking up. So I'm going to pick Montoursville.
I'm gonna have to go against what Connor, even though momentum's a big role in football. I feel like Danville historically has a really good run offense, and Montoursville, even though they played really well, they didn't play teams that are above average per se. And I feel like Danville, with 2 rough games, they already have experience through hardship, and I feel like with the hardship, they're going to be able to overcome Montoursville and take a win.
Warriors, I mean, you don't go into Montoursville and off 2 bad losses, and you don't just go into Montoursville and win. I think I got the Warriors on top all day here, keeping the momentum rolling. Warriors.
Montoursville is one of the hardest places to play.
I mean, you don't go there and dominate. Yeah. I got Montoursville.
I mean, this is not the Danville team that we've seen in the past. This is not the Danville team last year that went to the state playoffs. This is the 2025-2026 Danville Ironmen. I believe that Montoursville takes this game. I believe it's not very close. I think Montoursville wins by probably 20 points. Like these guys said, it's a very tough environment to play in. They have a huge student section. It's going to be very loud. And I believe that the town of Montoursville is looking very up for this football season. Give me Montoursville.
So for our last game, it'll be the Montgomery Red Raiders versus the Sayre Redskins. Sayre coming off of an 0-2 losses against North Penn, Mansfield, and Troy. And Montgomery coming off 1-1 with the last week loss against Warrior Run. And Lincoln, what do you have?
Well, I mean, I know we didn't really play our best game at Warrior Run, but I believe we can really show up and dominate both sides of the football against Sayre. I don't think it's going to be a really competitive matchup. It shouldn't be. If we go out and execute, it will not be a competitive game. Obviously, I'm taking us, the Raiders.
Rowan?
So, as we know, Warrior Run versus Montgomery, it was a very anticipated game. Montgomery just had a few mistakes, honestly, a couple fumbles, a couple interceptions. Could have been easily, didn't have to happen. But as Lincoln said, if Montgomery comes out, executes, plays their ball, plays their 1-2 formation, I think it shouldn't be that difficult of a game for them to win. I'm taking Montgomery.
Well, I believe Sayre is a very boring team. I don't think they have a lot of athletes on either side of the ball. I believe that their offense is going to struggle against one of the best defenses in the area, Montgomery. I believe that Montgomery is going to be able to finally execute on offense and put some points on the board, doing Montgomery in a blowout fashion to really open up the home season with a statement win.
I'm just going to have to go with all same thing. Montgomery, we had some struggles against Warrior Run. We're going to fix this week. Sayre, they're a lot of young kids. They don't really have a lot of talent. The coaching from Sayre, they're new. They're learning learning. And Montgomery, we have coaches coming back from, I don't even know how old Coach Schaefer. He's
30-some years.
He's been here for a while. He knows what he's doing. We have a new coach from Southern. We got our new offense. Our offense is going to strive, and we're going to dominate Sayre. I'm going to have to take Montgomery.
Now we're going to go to our feature picker, Gare Bears Underdog Picks. What do you think, Gare?
Thanks, guys. All right, looking at this upcoming week of games, there are some definite upsets that I see happening. The first game that I see is Northwest versus Lake Lehman. Lake Lehman is a great team, but I believe that Northwest has put the pieces together to be able to beat them this week. All right, next game I'm looking at is Cal Valley versus Muncie. This being a home game for Cal Valley, I really believe that they're going to have the pieces together to beat this Muncie team. The last game we're looking at is this game between Juniata and Lion Mountain. I believe that Juniata is a great team, but Lion Mountain, putting the pieces together, overall, Lion Mountain's going to win this game.